Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Stephen, and on behalf of myself and my entire Traffic Engines team, I would like to welcome you to our webinar this evening. Those of you who know me and are familiar with me, this webinar is going to be very similar to our normal training webinars. If y'all would please start off by giving me a 1 to let me know that you can see me and hear me. Give me a 2 to let me know that you can see my slide. Traffic Engines, one big secret. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Well, it is amazing for me to see so many people here. I'm very excited about that. Funny, whenever you have live events or things like that, I probably see on my screen connection loss. You test everything, you test your audio, you test your video, you reboot your computer, you do all those things to make sure that everything is gonna go right. And then 60 seconds before the webinar is supposed to start, you find out that your mouse battery is low. So I'm charging my mouse right now, so hopefully, I'll be able to make it through this whole thing. If not, then I guess I will try to figure out how to be a keyboard warrior for it. But again, I'd like to thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. You know, as it says there on the slide, the reason I decided to do this series is related to the COVID-19 issue. I know that there are so many small business owners that are really hurting right now. And, you know, my business is primarily helping, you know, businesses get leads from Google. That's the short way to say it. That's primarily, I own a couple of companies, but my main company, my digital marketing agency, that's what I do. I also have a training company where I train people how to do this as well. So I'm very well versed in, you know, that. I've been doing it for a long, long time. You know, actually, I think I can just use the little down arrow here to go through the slides real quick. I think that would probably make this, expedite this a little bit. Well, maybe not. Let me just go here real quick. Get back. Just one thing here. Sorry, guys, just 1 second. Just 1 second, and I will be back. Promise. All right, worse again. Only gonna have issues like this right when you're going live. So let me, now it's synced with my MacBook. Someone just told me to get a Surface. Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. Actually, probably not a bad idea. So bear with me, guys and gals. Sorry about that. I apologize. I know this is super unprofessional. So let me see if I can just fix this really quickly. Give me 1 second, and I will be back. All right, let's see if that gets us going here. This would never happen on a PC. Some of y'all said at least I'm wearing pants. Y'all are hilarious. Oh, that's funny. All right, so some nice person said that I can hit spacebar to go to the next slide, and it's not working for me. So, all right, I got the mouse back though. So hopefully we just won't die. All right, so let me go over some of these things really, really quickly. And again, I'm going to be doing my mouse here. Hopefully we keep enough juice. So whenever you know, I personally am the one in the learning position, I always like to know who I'm learning from. So I'm going to go over that really quickly. I promise it won't be. I won't take a long time to do this. A lot of you that are here already know me, but you know what? It's on the slide. I'm not going to read everything there. You know, basically, you know, as I put first, most important thing to me is my relationship with my Lord. That's why I do everything that I do. Happily married, 2 beautiful daughters. Again, you know what? This all is just about me, and it's not really related to tonight. So let me go. So I've got a lot of experience. Hopefully you trust me. If not, then I don't know what to say. But again, I've been doing SEO for about 17 years, and I'm certified in a bunch of stuff. All right, so we can, that should be there. All right, we can go on, and we'll just keep on charging and hope that that lasts. All right, so who am I? Again, I'm Stephen Floyd, owner of Traffic Engines. Appreciate you being here. I did want to tell you a little bit about my training company as well. I promise it's not going to be a sales pitch. I feel like it's important to, again, let you know who you're learning from and kind of where all this comes from. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I promise it'll be quick. I'm going to start off by, so most of you are here for the one big secret reveal. So it's an SEO tactic that I've been testing for a while, and it's absolutely killing it right now. Before I give you that though, I'm going to show you something else. You know, again, my purpose here is primarily, you know, trying to help small business owners, people who, you know, may have had to close down temporarily, you know, and this is stuff that I would normally charge for, right? But because of this, you know, these webinars are going to be public. I'll probably try to stream to Facebook on the next one. Make sure my mouse is charged. So that's really who my target audience is tonight. So if you are a small business owner, or if you work for a small business owner that needs to get more leads, or if you are any type of marketing consultant, so basically anybody that would benefit from some tactics and strategies that can help a small business get more customers using Google. All right. So I think you're really going to like the resource that I'm going to show you. So we're going to do that. That's going to take a few minutes. Then we are going to go to the secret lesson. And then we are going to do some questions and answers. And then that's it. We'll be done. So I have not rehearsed this, so I don't know how long we'll be here. I suspect we'll be here maybe an hour max. I do promise though, there's not going to be any fluff. You know, again, I am going to tell you about my training company, but I'm not going to like do a sales pitch or anything like that. Okay. My goal for this is really, what I'm hoping really is that somebody that's in this audience right now, and I'm maxed out on my attendees, so I'm glad that y'all are here. My goal for this is I hope that somebody on this webinar watches and then goes and takes the strategies that they learned tonight, implements them immediately, and starts to get immediate results from it. That's what my goal is for this. So hopefully, something like, 1% of the people supposedly, on average, like take action or something like that. I think in times like these, I know that it's really bad for some people. The great thing about these tactics are they work. I'm presenting them right now during this, pandemic. And while some places are still closed or still have restrictions in place, but these tactics work 100% whether you're a pandemic or not. All right. So if you're watching this webinar, a year from now or 2 years from now or 3 years from now, it's still going to be, applicable. It has absolutely nothing to do with the pandemic. But, if you are at home, right, if you are a business owner, maybe things have slowed down, then investing in your marketing is probably one of the best things that you can do, right? Probably one of the best things that you can do. I remember there was a quote by Donald Trump, and I know that he's not everybody's favorite person, so, this isn't me, making a political statement or anything, but he was talking about, how, he really feels like some people are stupid, some companies, because when times get bad, they invest less in marketing and things like that. And the specific example he used was, he said that every day he would drive by this huge auto place, right? An auto dealer, car sales place. And the cars weren't washed, right? So they would look dirty, which doesn't help them sell, right? People want to see a nice, clean, flashy car. And the reason was because there was, money problems going on at the time, right? There was, the economy was bad, or recession or something. And so the company said, hey, washing the cars every day is not something we can pay for. And, he was sharing that he really felt like that was a really bad choice that they made, a really, really bad decision, right? washing those cars could have been, a really big factor in making more sales, right? So hopefully right now, if you are a business owner or help business owners, that you understand that, and you are either, learning marketing tactics yourself and, applying them, or, have someone on your staff do it if you're, someone that doesn't have the time to do that, or, hire a consultant to do it, like my company, or, hire an agency, right, to do it. But have somebody help you with your marketing. It's really, really important. So let me go on to the next slide here. All right, so what is traffic engines? And basically, it is, I'm going to read this right off the slide. It's a digital marketing masterclass designed to teach anyone, regardless of their knowledge level, how to quickly and safely get prospects to their business by showing up on page 1 of Google and Google Maps, okay? That's basically what Traffic Engine is, this company. And how do we deliver this? We have a digital members area filled with videos teaching you step-by-step what to do. They actually look very similar to what you're watching now. In the videos, it's myself or another coach. You can see us, we call this over the shoulder, and then you see our screen while we're doing things. You also get a private Facebook group to interact with your peers and do questions and answers. And we also host weekly live webinars for questions and answers. So, again, in a nutshell, Traffic Engines is a course and a community. So again, if you're someone who owns a small business and you'd like to, do your own marketing to save money, to save time, to be more in control, my course is perfect for you. Or, if you want to have someone on your staff do it, it's perfect for you. It's meant to be A to Z. Most people in my course are actually marketing consultants that sell, what they learn from me to other people for lots of money, right? This business is extremely lucrative. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. All right. So who is ready to get started? Who's ready to get started? So in the webinar chat, give me a 1, please, in the webinar chat if you are ready to get started. And this is a free webinar, and I do appreciate you being here. If you could please, participate when I ask you to do these things, I really, really appreciate it. Lets me know that y'all are interested, and frankly, it gives me energy and revs me up. It makes me more excited, and personally, I think I do a better job. So, and I don't, this doesn't get me paid or anything, right? All right. I'm glad y'all are ready. All right, so the method that I'm going to teach you tonight. Now, I'm kind of doing this a tiny, tiny bit out of order, okay? So I wonder if I should, no, I'm gonna do it this way, all right? So I am going to, so the method, so I told you first I'm gonna show you a resource to use, then I'm gonna teach you a method, okay? And then I'm gonna teach you how to automate that method, okay? So there's really kind of 3 parts to what I'm teaching you tonight. So what I'm talking about first is the secret that you're here for, probably, all right? So this isn't the first thing I'm gonna show you, but it's what I'm talking about now, okay? So the secret, right? It's a method that is free. To do it like I teach takes less than an hour a week. It will increase your conversions, it will increase your rankings, and it will increase your trust and authority, okay? It's amazing, all right? It's just awesome. And so I am going to go ahead and go over to, all right, let's do this again. All right, so move over here. All right, so the method, so again, the secret, this is just one of my clients, but this is absolutely representative. Now, I know that you can't probably see it as much as I would like for you to see it, okay? But what you're looking at here is a report, okay, that you can run directly from Google, okay? And what I want to show you is this is really a timeline. This is something I started doing for a specific, but let me be clear, this is one customer that I'm showing you, okay? But it is representative of what all my customers are getting when I use this method, all right? And I'm talking about just this, okay? So I have isolated it and tested it with and without, right? I have customers, I have literally done nothing else. So it's from this method. So you see here, this client, March, this is March of this year. So this is a 1-month report, okay? They got a total of 612 views, okay? And that was 230 from Google search, like you just went to Google and someone typed something in, like Frisco Roofer, for example, and hit search, and then they found this company, okay? 382 of those were listings on maps. So that's where somebody, was in Google Maps or like looking for driving directions, right? And that's how they found them, okay? So March, they had 612 total views, okay? And here's what they got from that, right? Because this is what really matters, is the bottom part, okay? The bottom part is there were 28 actions. So 11 people visited their website, 11 people requested directions, and 6 people called, okay? So, a lot of times people who are marketers or marketing consultants, they want to try to, kind of show you a bunch of numbers and confuse you. Lots of big companies are famous for this. Yodel, Reach Local, lots of them are horrible for this. They show you all the numbers that don't matter, right? Because honestly, does anyone care about how much traffic they got? Like, nobody does, right? What they care about is what was the result. So in March, they got 11 visits to the website, 11 directions, right? Someone requested directions to their location, and 6 phone calls, okay? So then I started the method. April, all right? 2,000, a little over 2,000, okay, visits. So up from 612 to 2,000, right? So almost 4 times, right? And the actions, okay, didn't increase as much, okay, but 35 website visits, 1 direction request, 2 phone calls, and 2 messages, okay? And that was messaged directly through the Google My Business app, okay? So 40 actions, all right? So from 28 to 40, all right? But the thing is, these could be, the views going up matters though, because these people may have found you and decided to use you, but they didn't take an action yet because maybe they're not ready to buy, right? Maybe they're researching something, okay? But now we get to the fun part, all right? May, all right? 6,000, almost 7,000 views. Okay, and then here's the good stuff. 599 website visits, 235 requests for directions, 240 phone calls, 23 messages. Okay, so before and after. 11 website visits turned into 599. Requests for directions went from 11 to 235. Phone calls went from 6 to 240. And they got no messages at all, right? And now they got 23. And I can tell you what messages are 99% of the time. It is buying questions. It's people with buying intent calling. So they probably converted a ton of these, all right? I don't care if you're a marketer or if you're a business owner or if you're neither, right? Give me a 5 in your chat if you understand how freaking awesome this is, right? Is there anybody here that wouldn't want that? Is there anybody here that wouldn't be excited, right? This is like, it's amazing, okay? It's just amazing. It's one of those things that sometimes, you wonder what you should share and what you shouldn't share. I have members in my course paying me for private information, and there's stuff in there that I don't share in public, right? It's just in the members area, but what's funny is I remember watching somebody, I don't remember who it was, some influencer person that I actually like, and they were talking about, give people what they want, right? Like your best stuff. Give people your best stuff, right? Like, don't hold it back, right? If you do like training, right? Like, don't, whatever. So I thought, what? I'm just going to go ahead and do this on this, right? Again, my goal from this is to help people. So, hopefully, y'all go out there and act and implement and get the same kind of results that I got, right? I do see a couple of questions. I'm going to answer questions at the very, very end. All right. At the very, very, very end. All right. So, I've got some other things to show you about the method. All right. But I'm going to hold off because that's actually, again, lesson number 2 and 3. And I'm going to start with lesson number 1. All right. So, all right, what I am going to show you is something that is very, very cool. I'm going to stop my screen sharing for just 1 second. And I am going to then back and share. All right. And almost there. All right. Would someone please give me a 3 to let me know if you see review us on Google on your screen? Let me see on there. All right, perfect, perfect, perfect. Thank you guys and gals. All right, so what I'm gonna show you here is a free resource from Google, okay? So anybody can use this. It's really awesome. Anybody can use this, any business can use this. And this is part of the Grow with Google, basically promotion, okay? So, you know, Google earns its living by people buying its pay-per-click, right? It's pretty much how they survive, all right? And, you know, they do some good things, like they have some, you know, stuff they do for charities and things like that. But, you know, mostly, you know, that I don't really think that Google is a friend of small business. And I could go, you know, on lots about that, but I won't tonight, all right? But I'm gonna show you something here, and I think it's going to be, I think it's gonna be amazing, all right? So, this is tactic number 1, or it's not even a tactic. This is just what I want to show you first. All right, so you go to this page. I'm going to give you the URL. Don't freak out. And you type in your company, all right? And so I'm going to use, let me think real quick. I'm going to use, and I'll tell you why. You can only do this once. So sorry, this company. I think you can only do it once. All right. This is a dentist that I used to use. All right. So I put in Lakeside Dental. All right. And you see now that this came up on the screen. So your marketing kit. All right. So you see here, get my free materials. All right. So we scroll down. All right. So the first thing you'll see here is ask for support. All right, and you can change it to one of these other little messages, okay, like buy a gift card, right? Right now, a lot of businesses are thriving, you know, with business cards, okay? And these are things that you can use to post on, you know, your social media accounts. You can use it to post on, you know, your Google business, you know, all that kind of stuff, right? And so over here, you know, again, this would be more for, you know, like posting on, you know, your Google business, right? And so you pick the ones you want and you hit download, okay? So that's pretty cool. All right, promote your business on Google, okay? So free window sticker, okay? So a lot of you probably would want the review one, all right? So you can either have it mailed to you or you can download the set, click on that, all right? And then this one is really, really cool. And then with this, when I say customize it, so like this one will let you pick a specific review, and then it'll help you turn it into like, you know, like a social media post. All right. So very, very, very cool. All right. All for free. Now, what I want to show you is what it looks like when you download it. All right. And I already downloaded it for a different business. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. And all right. So here's the first one. All right, so this is for actually another dentist that I used. Okay, so this is the free. I'm sorry, we're closed, right? So this is a sign you could use, right? So there's a bunch of COVID signs, all right, that you can use, which is kind of cool. And as you see here, there's posters, okay, that you can use to print out, right, to put up in your window. There's flyers that you can use, right, to put wherever you would want to put that, right? You can print these as PDFs. You can send them directly to a printer. Like here's a social post, for example. So they give you all these different, you know, things, right? So people are always talking about content, right, and not having content, you know, for their stuff. And right here, Google, your good buddy, is giving you some, right? So now that's part of it, all right? So this is the other part, all right? And I think this is the cooler part. So again, when you go to that page, you put the business, if you download everything, there's several download buttons, you're gonna get 2 folders, all right? So that was the first folder I just showed you. Here's the second folder. So business cards and postcards, all right? You can literally print out. So like this, hold on one second. Thanks for your support. We hope to see you again. Explore what's new and see why customers give us a 4.6 stars, right? So this is a postcard, right? I mean, Google is literally giving you content, right? Like you have to pay to have this stuff made, okay? They're literally giving this to you. So I think it's kind of amazing. Okay, print ready posters and signs, all right? So here is a poster, an actual real poster with your information on it, right? That you can use, okay? Here is, you see they're giving you all these, so there's a review, there's a postcard. Here's another one, I'll show you this. So again, here's a postcard that you can use. And of course, these are totally customizable, right? You can do whatever you want with them, and except like, you can't, I don't know, you probably you're not supposed to remove Google's name from it, right? They made it, right? All right, so social media posts, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 of these in here. There's 9 of these, okay? And these things can be, so again, this is just content, okay? Which is freaking awesome, okay? Because people are, I can't tell you how much people are always asking, oh man, where do I get content? Where do I get for my social media, right? Because Google's always telling you, how do you rank on Google? Fresh content, right? Good content, quality content, right? So this is time. I'm telling you, if you went to somebody, a company that does this for a living, and you had them create these for you, I guarantee you know what? I'm gonna do it this way. So guys and gals, we're not using the question and answer yet. Right now, we're still using chat. All right, let's see. Hold on one second. My screen is stuck. All right, well, let's stop that. And sorry guys and gals, it's kind of hard to know when something's going wrong. Oh, I know what's going wrong. It's completely my fault. I'm so sorry, guys and gals. I'm so sorry. You know what's happening? I'm used to GoToWebinar from a million years ago, and when you would change, it would change. So I've had it on desktop view this whole time, and y'all haven't been seeing any of these cool things that I'm trying to show you. So, okay. Give me a 1 if you can see this review postcard now. All right, now you see it. Sorry, guys. All right, so let me close that. All right, so here is a different one. So sorry about that, guys and gals. I hate when that happens. Okay. Close current tab. Okay, here's another one. Sorry about that. So this is the postcard, right? It's literally a postcard, okay? That's got, all the stuff on it, right? All right. Sorry about that, guys and gals. So sorry about that. Totally forgot that that's how that worked. I gotta do a new share. All right, so that was the first one. So that was the that was the COVID one. We're closing temporarily. All right, so so do you feel like y'all got a good? Yeah, I think I just showed you 4. You get the picture? Do y'all get the point of what I'm saying? I mean, obviously, when you go to do this for yourself, you can go download them all and you can look at them all. Okay, all right, good. So sorry about that. I know it was obviously the impact of that was much less. So what I should have done is embedded them into the slides. So I apologize for that. I'll do a better job tomorrow, I promise. All right. So where I got cut off when I realized that y'all couldn't see anything, because I was being a goofball, was I was going to ask you, so how much do you think it would cost to pay a company to make all of those things for you? How much do you think it would cost? Just put it in the chat, please. Throw out, okay, $297, $500, thousands of dollars. Right? Yeah, no, honestly, right now, I mean, like I'm talking about someone who went to an actual, marketing, you'd have to have an actual marketing company design it, right? Or a graphic designer, right? And you're talking thousands of dollars, basically, right? I know for a fact companies charge like $500 a month to make a handful of those per week. Yeah. So, and it's free. It's literally free. All right. Literally free. So if you are a business owner, I hope that that was cool for you. I'm not going to go through all the things because we'd be here, you know, forever. If you're not a business owner though, and you are someone who is, you know, again, like I said, you're a marketer, then this is something that you can use for your clients or your prospects, because they don't know this, right? So you can go out and use this as a prospecting method, right? Literally, this could be what we call in the marketing industry your lead magnet, right? You could say, you know, I'd really like to do business, or, you know, I'd really like to have a discussion about helping you with marketing. You know, in exchange, I'd be happy to create you, you know, X $1,000, you know, market value of, you know, custom made marketing materials, right? Right? Like, give me a 4 if you get what I'm saying. Give me a 4 if you get what I'm saying. I mean, this is great. And let me tell you about this. Okay. And be honest. Okay. Please be honest, because the only one that sees it is me. Give me a 6 if you knew about this before I just showed you. Give me a 6, because I'm expecting none. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There's always 1, which is cool. So 1. That's what I expected. You know, a lot of times that's some of the best stuff, right? Is this kind of stuff. There's lots of stuff out there you just don't know about it, right? I could show you tons of free stuff that Google does that's great for your business, right? Like tons and tons and tons of it, but not on this webinar. All right. So, all right. That is good. All right. So that does it for method number 1. So let me go ahead and hit my stop share there. All right. And so right now, do y'all see just me, or do you still see my PowerPoint? Which one are you seeing? Just me. All right. Let's go back to the old PowerPoint. All right. And hold on 1 second. All right, there we go. All right, and can we see the PowerPoint now? Are we back there again? All right, somebody let me know. All right, perfect, thank you. All right, so again, I showed you this earlier. All right, so this definitely works, but don't trust me. So a seriously famous Google person, probably one of the top, did a study on the method that I'm going to show you. And in their study, guess what? It worked. Here's what happened. So they one business went from position 7 to position 2. One went from one went basically not in the snack pack to in the snack pack, right? It was only one move, but it was significant, all right? And so, you know, and there's others also. I didn't want to flood you with case studies. Most of you guys and gals know that, you know, what I teach works, or you wouldn't be here. All right, so, all right. So now we are going to go to, all right, so who is ready for the secret sauce? If you're ready for the secret sauce, who's ready? Who's ready? A couple people ready. All right. Before we do that, what is rule number 1? What is rule number 1? Let me know in the chat box. If you get this reference, you should know what to say. David, you got it. Rule number 1 about Fight Club is we do not talk about Fight Club. All right, so pretty popular movie, Brad Pitt. I figure a lot of you have seen it. All right, so what I'm going to teach you is proprietary. You know, I created this, okay? Or this is the method that I tested. The actual basic method is free and it's very well known. All right. So what I'm actually showing you is my specific way of doing this that gets the results that I showed you earlier. All right. All right, so I am asking for one payment though. I do want one payment, all right, from you guys and gals. And I'm not gonna make you. I'm not gonna check, so it's the honor system, all right? I have a post on my Facebook wall, all right? It's from June 9th, and it's got this guy's head blowing up. Should be pretty easy to find, all right? So I'm asking you a favor. If you got value out of this presentation tonight, go to this post and leave this hashtag traffic engines rules. All right, so that's the payment. All right, if you don't, I'm not gonna hunt you down. Or if you don't get value from it, then absolutely do not do it. All right, and I know how many people are on this webinar, so I am gonna be keeping track of it. And I also may be incentivizing people who leave a comment on this post later, maybe. And maybe sending you something for free that probably all of you here would want. All right, so the method is Google Posts, all right? So as I mentioned multiple times, I think, this isn't a secret, all right? Much like you can post an update on Facebook, you can post an update using Google, okay, through their Google My Business, all right? This feature's been around since 2016, okay? So that's not really the trick, all right? Although I will tell you this, I read a survey recently, a couple of surveys recently, that, you know, something like only 30 or 40% of businesses are using this feature. So, you know, even though it's been around for 4 years, if you will start using it, you're gonna get a benefit. I can pretty much promise you. If you do it the way that I show you, you're absolutely gonna get a benefit. The nice thing is, what I'm showing you how to do does not violate any terms or conditions that Google has, right? This is that we're not doing anything like bad, right? We're not doing anything that, you know, they are against or have said to not do. So, isn't that cool? Very, very cool. All right, so everybody has agreed to rule number 1, and you've agreed to pay me later if I earn it, if I deserve it. So here's the goods. Here we go. All right, so there are 2 sections here, all right? So section number 1, all right, is really going to be, let me see if I can make it better. All right, section number 1, that's better. The stuff in black, okay, is like not secret. It's not everybody knows, all right? So rule number 1, you want to use a high quality image when you do your post, okay? That's rule number 1. And if you don't have a way to take them, I take photos from my clients. That way they own them, and so it's cheaper than them buying them, you know, like from Shutterstock and places like that, and they own them forever. So it's awesome. But if you can't do that, you can also go to websites like Pexels, Pexels.com, and Pixabay, Pixabay.com. Both of these have free high quality graphics that you can use, all right? So very, very important to do that. And remember, what we're wanting is part of what we're using this for is to up our conversions, okay? To up our CTR, as it's called, our click-through rate, okay? And so like here, I'll show you, hold on. One thing that's awesome about this is that it can give you what's called a rich snippet, okay? In fact, it does it a lot of the time. Not 100% of the time, but a ton of the time. Now, those of you who don't know what a rich snippet is, and I'm talking about in the maps results, until very recently, the only type that was available was 1, right? And it said the website contains this keyword, right? So like if you're looking at the map results, at the bottom, like you see these words here where it says after a monthly SEO campaign, Elms Farm, blah, blah, right? At the bottom, all you would ever see is just, you know, the website contains the keyword blank, right? What's like you search for, okay? But there's some new stuff coming up, and these frequently, your post can create this rich snippet. This is another tool for you to stand out from everyone else in the maps pack, okay? And this is, I mean, this is amazing. I mean, it's just amazing. I mean, the conversion rate bump that you get from this, you know, depending on what it is and what it said and all that, it can be, you know, huge, right? But I will tell you right here, I didn't point this out when I was on this slide. In the beginning of this year, Moz conducted a study to see if Google users are actually clicking to view GMB posts in full, and they found, they researched 2,000 Google My Business profiles they reviewed, that on average, a GMB post is clicked almost 100% of the time. So let that sink in, right? Almost 100% of the time, if you make a post, somebody's gonna click on it. Think about that if you had that with your paid ads, right? Like nowhere else does that exist. Nowhere else does that exist. This is like getting a free, oh, and this, you know, this shows up in your knowledge panel, by the way. So I'm not gonna go into that, but your post also shows up in your knowledge panel. So like if someone, when they Google your business name, like for instance, right? And then on the right-hand side, sometimes you'll see a huge thing that has lots of information about the business. These posts, that will show down there as well, right? So, you know, think about what all you can do with that, right? It's like another, like more free marketing space for you, all right? All right, well, let's go back here. So the next thing is you want it to be, you know, informative, entertaining, or inspirational, right? Remember, the chance that they're gonna read it and click on it is extremely high, right? So, you know, really, really put some thought into this. I can tell you that most of you, what you're gonna do is gonna be offers. There's 4 different types, okay? There's an offer update, an update, an event update, and a post. 4 different post types, okay? Each type has different kinds of things, right, that it can show in different options. Okay, most of you are gonna wanna have an offer though, okay? So think about, you know, just having another ad that says, you know, like a coupon, you know, 20% off your first visit or whatever, okay? These things convert like crazy, man, I'm telling you, from real clients. It's insane how much these things convert. So, you know, you want to mix it up, you know, don't always do the same type, okay? You can also post these to your socials, right? Post the same, you know, type of thing, right? All right, where do I get content for this? All kinds of ways. I always look and see what competitors are doing, right? That's one thing, you know, so go to Google and just Google your competitors or Google your niche and see who they are. Go look at them if they're posting, see what kind of posts they're doing. Great thing is the some of the analytics on this data is public. So you can look at someone else's post and see which ones were clicked and shared and liked and all that kind of stuff, right? Followed, you know, all that stuff, right? How many views it got. So it's really cool. So you really can, you know, you can really, you know, see like, you know, if you have 10 companies that are really competitive to you, you know, if all 10 of them are doing posts, go through and collect their top, you know, 10 posts each, right? And then, you know, just make variations, right? You can't copyright that or trademark that or whatever. I'm not a lawyer, but, you know, I'm pretty sure you can't, you know, as long as you don't mention a brand name or something like that, I don't think you can get in trouble like if you literally copied exactly what they said, right? Google Trends is another good place to do it, okay? So there's tons of things, all right, that you can do for this, all right? Tons and tons and tons and tons. All right, so now to, you know, my method, okay? So do this, you know, smartly, okay? So the first one is to put keywords, okay, in that post that are related to either your location or your niche, okay? Those are the 2 types of relevancy that you need to rank in Google local. So Google needs to understand that your business is in a specific place, okay? Like Dallas, Texas, okay? And that you are in a specific niche or you offer a specific product / service, right? So you could be, again, a roofer in Dallas, okay? So if you're a roofer in Dallas, you want to make sure that when you post that, you know, really when you do any type of content marketing or any type of marketing, you want to make sure that it says something about roofing or about your location or both, okay? And it's very easy and very natural to do this in a post, okay? You know, for content, another really good thing, really easy thing that you can do is talk about local events, right? Very easy thing to do, right? Just subscribe to like a news feed or like a Facebook group for your city, right? And just post events. Super, super easy, okay? Content is just not a problem for this, all right? You know, so that's number 1, okay? And I do this almost 100% of the time, okay? Right, so almost 100% of the time. You know, you don't have to do it 100% of the time. I probably put one or the other or both in 90% plus of my posts, okay? Another thing is hashtags, all right? You can put hashtags into posts. Absolutely do that, okay? So hashtags are going to be typically, the keywords that you want to rank for and related keywords, okay? So if I'm a Dallas roofer, then I could use hashtags Dallas roofer. I could use hashtag, roofing contractor, Dallas roofing contractor, right? Roofing contractor, all things kind of related to that, all right? All right, the next thing, and this is really important. So one thing about this, and one reason I think a lot of people don't do this, is the post only lasts for 7 days, okay? So if you do a post, it only lasts for 7 days. So I think that that's the reason why a lot of people didn't really kind of get on the bandwagon for this. They see, well, if it only, has any value for 7 days, why should I do it, right? One thing, so I'm going to talk about that in a second. One thing that you really need to do, though, is daisy chain your posts, okay? And what I mean by daisy chaining your post is that in the body of the post, you include a link to another post that you've done, okay? Those posts don't go away, all right? The public doesn't see them anymore, okay? But they're still there, and let me tell you something really, really exciting, or it was really exciting to me. These nice little things here that I showed you, guess what? They can come from posts that are not even live anymore. And it's happened, okay? So you could do a post that's, from 6 months ago, and you could get this cool, rich snippet here that helps with your conversions. Still, I was blown away when I saw that. They had to prove it to me basically when someone told me about it in one of the groups that I'm in, one of the marketing groups that I'm in. And then everybody started kind of chiming in going, oh, yeah, that happened to me too. And so everybody was confused because everybody thought that, since it goes away after 7 days, like it's gone, right? Like it's magically gone. Not magically gone, all right? All right, let me go back. All right, so like I mentioned, one of the biggest reasons I think why people have not gotten on board with this is the 7-day thing, all right? But there's actually a hack for that, all right? So again, you remember the rule 1, right? This is rule 1 stuff, okay? Everything in red is rule 1 stuff, all right? The event post, all right? Just the event post. It can be it can be up to a year. It can be up to a year. So if you do an event post and the little calendar opens up, you can put it all the way up to 365 days from that day, and it'll stay for you. Only that type, all right? If you try to do it further, it'll say no. I know because I've tried, right? So 1 year you get with those, right? So think about that, right? Again, this is like having a free ad, right? And not only that, Google loves it when you use Google products. They freaking love it. So, the reason why I got such good results, or am getting such good results from my clients, I think that's part of it. I think that, not a lot of people are using this Google Post feature, and Google wants them to, right? Remember Google Plus, right? Google's going to take over the world and, take over, Facebook and Twitter and all that. And a couple years later, it's like, bye-bye, right? So I think that is it. All right, so let me show you, and I will not forget to do my screen when I go back. All right, so I am now going to stop that, and I'm going to start another one. I just may be good at some point. All right, so guys, give me a 4 if you see my Google My Business screen, please. All right, awesome. All right, so let me show you how to do this. Okay, this is how dumb simple it is. Okay, I'm inside of the Google My Business dashboard. If you don't know what this is, if you've never seen this before, then you need to go to Google, go to google.com/business and sign up for an account and then verify it. Okay, and I cover that in different lessons. And there's probably 100 tweaks you can make inside of this, but we're only talking about one thing tonight. All right. If you want to know all of them, you can join my community. You can join my traffic engines training. All right, so once you're logged in, you're going to go to posts, all right? And it is so simple. So you go up here, and so let's say I wanted to do, you know, an offer, because this is the most common type, all right? I'm gonna click on add offer, okay? Right here, I can add a photo or a video. Freaking cool, right? Can be a video, right? Give me a 6 if you know how much video converts, how much better it is than not using video. It's freaking awesome. You know, you also can have a video introduction on your Google My Business. I know a lot of you probably might know that, but you're still not doing it. I don't know why. It's insanity. By the way, this account that we're in is not a real account, okay? It's a one I use when I teach people, right? So I can show people the back end. All right, so you add a photo. Most of the time you're gonna do a photo, okay? You put an offer title. Remember, just like any title or headline, right? You want it to be attention grabbing, okay? This is not the place to put like to keyword stuff, a bunch of stuff, okay? Although you can, okay? But it's more important down here, all right? So again, you know, it's an offer. So start date, end date, and then you click on this little button here, and this is where you type in your stuff, okay? This is where, you know, again, you want to, you know, put in, you know, this is real, right? Obviously, we're not doing it just for SEO, right? But, you know, strategically work in something, you know, you can say, you know, our Frisco roofing company is proud to offer all new customers 10% off of their first, right? So it's really easy to do, okay? It's really not that hard to do. You see you have a box here for a coupon code. In terms of, there's tons of stuff, okay? This part is real easy to do. So, you know, they're all different, okay? But once you're done, you simply hit publish. I'm sorry, you can preview it first, then you hit publish. It's that simple, okay? There's no rocket science to it, okay? You just follow my rules like I showed you. So, you know, here's some posts that I've done just to show you what it looks like when it's done, right? So it's just an image. You know, I did use a hashtag in here, all right? And hold on one second. Sorry. Make sure it's not an emergency. All right. When you have kids, you always look at your phone, right? All right. So this is what it looks like. So like I said earlier, you can share it if you want, right? You can put it directly on Facebook or Twitter, right? You can email it to someone. You can click on this link, right? Like to put it into an email, or you can use the email link, right? And here, you know, if you messed it up, you can edit it. Of course, you can delete it, you know, if you don't want anymore. And then you can see what it looks like, right? So that's pretty much it, right? So guys, give me a 4 if you know you think you can manage that. Give me a 4 if you think you can manage that. Okay. So if you are a business owner, you know, watching this, you know, you need to start doing this, and you need to start doing it, you know, consistently. You know, like I put, you know, 3 to 5 times a week. Okay, and you're going to start seeing results. You should. Now this is, let me put a caveat out there. Okay, my customers that are getting the results that I showed you earlier, they're doing, you know, all the things that I do for my customers, right? Like before, right? I'm saying if you know, have a website and you have not done anything at all to optimize it, and you don't have any other like digital marketing done, and you go do this one thing, you're not going to get the results that I just showed you, okay? If you're an average company, you know, and you have done some, you know, SEO stuff to your website, your Google My Business is set up, okay, and you've done some basic stuff, you know, that's what you're looking at. But, you know, I haven't tested like doing this like for an unoptimized company, because really it's just kind of a waste of my time, okay? So if you are a business owner and you're not doing any kind of marketing and you want to do some marketing, then, you know, again, I suggest you buy my course, because it's going to teach you everything A to Z. If you don't want to do that, you can, you know, ask some friends or things about, you know, maybe some other trusted training sources that you could do, or pay, you know, a marketing company. I will tell you, my average client pays me $3,000 a month to do what I do for them. If you take my course, you will be able to do all the things that I charge $3,000 a month for. So if you are a business owner, you know, and by the way, the training is so easy to do and easy to follow that, you know, you could have any, like, you know, have an employee do it. I don't mean use, the owner has to do it, or even hire someone overseas to do it, right? Just make sure they do my method only, right? And you could have, you know, really amazing results like these. All right, so let me go back to, I think that I need to, all right, so that. All right, and let me go back to this. Okay, so y'all should be seeing my slide now. Somebody give me a 7 if you're seeing my slide again, please. Anybody? There we go, perfect. All right, so again, following all of these rules, okay? You know, also, you know, you can link to these posts. There's all kinds of ways to do this. Let me hold on one second. All right, they're saying they can't see the slides. Some people said yes, and some people said no. That's interesting. I wonder how that's possible. All right, let's try this again. All right, how about now? Nope, okay, all right, very interesting. Okay, sorry guys, give me 1 second. How about now? Do we see my slide now? Yes, okay, good. All right, I'm gonna learn this Zoom someday. You know, I only use it like almost literally every day. Sorry about that. All right, so let me ask you a serious question. Based on, you know, what I've showed you so far, okay? Have I earned what I asked for? Have I earned my bribe? Have I earned my bribe? If I have, say yes or give me a 1. And if not, say no or not yet. And be honest, I'm the only one that's going to see it. And I promise you, I'm not going to be mad or have my feelings hurt or anything. Maybe, you know, you're a marketer and you already knew all this stuff, right? That's perfectly fine. I won't get upset. All right. So I 100% yeses. Okay. 1 not yes. 1 not yet. All right. Good. 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 Perfect. Okay. Good. So just 1. All right. Good. Because we still have 1 more to go. All right. So, you know, as I showed you before, you know, you have the ability to go right into your control panel, your dashboard, and do it. You also can do it through the app, which is really cool and really fast. I'm not going to show you on this, but if you have, whether it's your business or you're managing, well, you don't want to do this for someone else's. The app for Google My Business is really good, in my opinion. I only have seen it on the Apple iOS, but it's really good, especially for replying to reviews, because I can set it on my phone, and then anytime a review comes in, I get a notification, and I can answer them right away. And that's what I have my clients do. So I don't, be clear, I don't put all my clients like into a Google My Business dashboard and manage that crap for them. Like, I'm not gonna do messaging for them either. Be insanity. I've had someone ask. I mean, I can charge for that, I guess, but I don't want to do that. And plus, I don't know their business. I'll typically have an employee set that up, right? So typically, like most of my clients, they'll have a tablet. Someone in the office has a tablet or a phone, and that's dedicated to the business, and that's where they do their chat and this kind of stuff, right? Notifications. Just makes it easier for everybody. All right, but you know, like I said, less than an hour a week, that's absolutely true, okay? But to really, really do this, right, to really get the best benefit for this is going to be to automate that puppy, all right? And so what we're going to do, now I will tell you, there's several services that, that can automate for you, all right? There are several that can do that. So there's not just one. Hold on 1 second. Sorry again. All right. All right, hold on. Sorry, guys. Okay. All right, let me just switch something around real quick. All right, hold on. Bear with me, please. Bear with me. Oh, this is a nightmare sometimes. All right. All right, so what do y'all see on your screen right now? Someone let me know. Just me? Okay, good. That's what it should be. So now I just have to find the screen that I want, and everybody in the world will be happy. Okay. All right, now what do y'all see on the screen? I really need to practice this more. Sorry, guys and gals. Okay. All right. You see dashboard. Thank you, Jesus. All right. So there are many services that you can pay to do this. All right. To allow for queuing and scheduling in the future. This means you can do all of your posting like in a day, right? Like you sit down one day, get all of your content together, right, that you want, and literally post it out for days, weeks, months, okay? And set it and forget it, okay? You can also set to reuse the same posts, okay? So very, very awesome. All right, so the way that this works, this one I'm showing you is completely free, okay? The only thing is they only allow you on the free account, they only allow you to have 3 different accounts to post from, okay? And I can't remember if there's some other rules, but that's basically it if I remember. So unlimited posts, all right? So you see here, so the first thing you do is you go in and you connect different accounts. The way that you do it, I'm sure you've all seen this before. If not, it's real easy, okay? You just go to connect account. You'll see it in the dashboard. Then, you'll choose, like for this one, you'll choose Google My Business. And then it'll have you log in Google My Business and give it permission to post, okay? Same thing I did Facebook and Google My Business and LinkedIn, my personal profile. I linked to this, all right? All right, and so, guys, I'm gonna give you the name of it at the end, all right? Just bear with me. I'm gonna give you the name of it, I promise, okay? This is the only one that's completely free that works, in my opinion, okay? There was another one that I found that was free and it did not work. It was bad, pain in the butt. So all you need to do is this. So right here, click here to share something on your account, okay? What do you want to share? Okay, first you choose where you want to share it to, okay? So that is the Google post that I was talking about, okay? But hey, why not also put it on your Facebook business page, right? Why not maximize this? Now, I chose my Facebook personal profile for this. I was just doing it really quickly. I would use the company, okay? I would use the company profile, not your personal profile, all right? So in this case, the post that I do is gonna go out, okay, to all of these, okay? So again, I type in what I want, right? It has a cool hashtag bucket here. I'm sorry, they're called bags, where you put in all of your hashtags that you want, or let's say you're managing, different accounts, right? Then you can, it just, keeps them in there, just makes things quicker. Right here, you drag and drop your photo or your video, okay? Very, very simple. And when you do it, it'll show you, what it's gonna look like. Okay, so what do you want to share? And then I'll do hashtag, hold on, Dallas expert or Dallas SEO. That's the one hashtag I put in there just to show you guys. Okay, and then add media. I don't feel like messing with that right now, so just pretend like I'm choosing a picture. All right, and then when you do that, you hit the little button here, and it shows you what it's going to look like. Okay, now I didn't put anything. What a lovely day. All right. All right. And if I had a picture or video, obviously it would show it here, right? So you can go through and see what it looks like. Okay. Right now, the only things that they have are Google My Business, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. And they have multiple options for each of these. Okay. You also can add this update to libraries, meaning you can easily recycle posts. All right. Schedule post, obviously, is exactly what it looks like, right? You're gonna schedule your post. Once you're done, you hit post now, okay? You're done. The post that you saw earlier that I did on my, we're having so much fun ranking businesses on page 1, and ain't it the truth though? Best place to hide a dead body is on the page 2 of Google search. Those are the ones, when I was looking at my profile earlier, I made both of those posts from this tool, all right? So it's just this simple. Now, again, if you are a business person, go set up this free account, use free images. You can do this method absolutely 1,000,000% for free. And like I said, with the ability to schedule posts in the future, I think probably, if let's say that you're extremely, limited budget, or maybe, you just don't have any employees or anything, or you don't want to do it, you can hire somebody, man, easy, like on Upwork or services like that. Freelancer, Elance, any of those places. Easily hire somebody to do this, right? There's even like, you can buy like posts, right? There's different services that offer that as well. Like they'll sell you a package for your niche, right? Like you can buy a niche, a package of dentist like posts, right? Like you can buy like a year's worth, typically for like $50 or something, right? Pay someone, or you come in here, set this up, boom, you're done. And you've also taken care of these other channels, which means that, you know, you have the opportunity now to get your offer, get your business in front of people on all of those channels, right? Now the free account only lets you have 3 of these. All right. So, you know, one thing I would tell you though, and I know there's ways there, it's easy to make, so Facebook owns Instagram, right? So it's just clicking a button to make it where anytime you post anything to one or the other, it posts to the other, right? It's real easy to say, you know, anytime that I post to Facebook, it automatically goes to my Instagram or vice versa. So you only need one of those, right? So if you've got Facebook, right, if you choose Facebook, you don't need to use the other one, right? Anyway, this service is called, drum roll please, hold on 1 second. All right, Recur Post, RECURPOST.com, RECURPOST.com. All right, it is, I don't know why there's a space in there. There's not supposed to be a space, but I put it into the chat for everybody. All right. So, let me go back to my handy dandy, y'all. And let's see, start, share, we'll go back. Almost done. We are almost done. I think we did pretty good. I think we did pretty darn good with time. All right. All right. Do you guys see my automate poster again, hopefully? Somebody? Anybody? Yes. Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right. That is absolutely it. We are done. So that is my presentation for this evening. Again, I know a lot of you on here, so I know a lot of you that are watching are marketers. So again, as I've mentioned, this is a great service to offer people, right? A Google My Business posting service. And actually, you know, as you've seen, you could throw in a social media posting service, right? You can offer a service. And here's the thing, the perceived value of posting on social media, especially like on Facebook and stuff, is very high. Because it is Pinterest as well, I believe. Yeah, Pinterest is the other one. It's perceived really high, okay? Most business owners think that it's important for them to post regularly on Facebook, and there are companies that charge thousands of dollars a month, and that's all they do. Like literally thousands of dollars a month, and all they do is like 2 or 3 posts a week on the company's Facebook. That's it. And they charge thousands of dollars a month for it, okay? You could start this service, okay? You could have a GMB only thing, right? You could sell just that, or you could sell a, you know, just Facebook posting, or you could sell a whatever, right? So, you know, give me a got it in there if you see what I'm saying. Those of you that are marketers and that sell to people, give me a got it how freaking easy this is. It's so easy. It's just so simple. And this can be a great foot in the door method, okay, for prospecting. You know, foot in the door method, for those of you who aren't familiar, it's basically, you know, offering something that's free or very low cost to a prospect, someone, so you can get to know them and build a relationship, right? So they can know, like, trust you, right? This is a great thing, right? This is a great, like, first offer. You know, go find people who are not posting. That's easy, right? Find people who are not posting, and then, you know, send them a screenshot of what it looks like, you know, and how it works and some of the statistics. You know, like Search Engine Land has a bunch, Search Engine Watch, Search Engine Journal have articles on all this stuff, like how often people use it, Moz, as you saw, and send them a letter or give them a call or whatever and say, hey, you know, I've got this service, and you need to be posting, right? You know that your business needs to be seen, on Google, of course, but also on Facebook and Instagram and stuff. For new customers only, as a hello, I've got this special offer for you, right? I'll do this for you, for a month for free, right? Something like that, right? Like, it'd be stupid. I guarantee you. I don't do it personally anymore. I have them, not really employees, but I have contractors that do the actual task of this. But if I was to sit down right now and have to come up with, like a couple of, we'll say 1 month worth of content for an average local company and do this whole process, I could get it done in like 2 or 3 hours. Okay. So I absolutely, if it's something that I really believe in, I'd be happy. I could do that for free, or charge them $20 or something, right? Or just sell it as a regular service. Okay. All kinds of really, really, really cool ways to do this. Okay. Lots of ways if you're the marketer. And again, my intention for this was primarily for business owners to try to help them out. But I know there's a lot of marketers on here, so that's why I'm, throwing this out there too, because I know that that's probably the biggest problem that most of you have is prospecting and closing, right? The people that are on this webinar that I know personally, all of you know how to rank, right? You're in communities that I belong to. That's the easy part. The hard part's getting the clients and keeping the clients, right? So, all right. So that is going to be, let's see. Oh, we're just over an hour, so we're good. All right. So I don't have to scroll. We're now going to switch over to the Q&A button. Okay. So we're going to do the QA button, not the chat button. All right. The QA button, not the chat button. Start putting questions in there and I'll answer them in the order that's received. All right. Now, while y'all are doing that, hopefully filling that sucker up, while y'all are doing that, this is a 3-night event. All right. So tomorrow night and Sunday night, I'm going to be doing the same thing basically. Okay. I'm going to be going over a different kind of a technique kind of a thing tomorrow night, same thing on Sunday. All right. And then I think at least until COVID is over, or until everything is pretty much back to normal, I think I'm going to do one of these once a week. All right. And, like I said, as far as, like pitching or whatever, it's going to be like it was tonight. I mentioned several times my course and how, I'm very proud of that course. I've got thousands of students that have, changed their lives, and lots of people who, by becoming marketers and using my training. And then also tons of people who actually got it to market their own business, and then they loved marketing more, and now they're like marketers. Like one of my favorite students ever, he owns a martial arts school, and he took my course to learn how to market his martial arts school, and he got so damn good at it. He's got I don't know how many schools he's got now, but a bunch. So now he has this whole thing on, he teaches other martial arts schools how to market. And of course not in his area, right? Primarily, right? It's amazing, right? It's really, really awesome. So I'm very proud of that course. I'm very proud of the community and everything behind it. But the next webinars and all the future ones, like I said, I'll mention it, but there's never going to be like this, perfect webinar, pitch with the sob story or any of that crap. All right. Not that there's anything wrong with that. All right. So now let me just get to the QA. All right. So we will go in order. All right. Zoom is 3 meetings. Are they the same? No. Great question, Alan. Great question. So no, tonight's content is gonna be different from tomorrow night and different from Sunday. All the webinars are, being recorded. If, something fails, obviously I can't do anything about that, but my intention is to, have the replays up forever. So good question. All right. So the next one, can you clarify your earlier mention of GMB having a video intro? Yeah, you can add a video. Yeah, just literally go to Google and type in like how to add video to Google My Business. You can have like an intro. I think it's either 30 seconds or a minute. I can't remember. Facebook and Google both let you do it. One's 30 seconds and one's a minute. And if you're not doing it, it just blows me away. I'm pretty sure you go to photos here and you just click video. Yeah. So you go to photos inside of Google My Business and then click video. That's how you do it. All right. So what do y'all, okay. Will someone type in as a question, what do y'all see now on your screen? What do y'all see on your screen? Am I sharing anything right now or no? Oh, I should see the slide. Okay, awesome. Thanks, guys. All right, so next question. Can I assume that since all this is Google, that Google Analytics captures all this data? No, great question, no. So there are, when you look in the Insights report inside of Google My Business, it does give you some data, but it's not very accurate. So you're gonna wanna use UTMs. You want to use UTMs. Great question. Very good question. And that's, if you don't know what a UTM is and you're a marketer, just Google it. It's a Universal Tag Manager. It's a Google thing. It's just a way that you can track things. But great question. Let's see. Hashtag for the Facebook post. Thanks, buddy. Traffic engines rules, if you don't mind. Thank you. All right. What hashtag term search engine do you recommend to find the best hashtags? Oh, that's a great question. You know what? I actually will look. I'm trying to think. Stephen, it's a product that's sold by the Funnel Scripts guy, Jim Edwards. That's the one I use. So when you log into Funnel Scripts, you'll see an offer for it there. He sells it, and I can't remember what it's called. I'm pretty sure it's his. I don't think he's an affiliate. I'm pretty sure he owns it. It's something Tag Blaster or something. Great question. Can you talk about reusing posts? Are those the ones that fall off in 7 days? Don't they stay on your Unity website? Yeah, great question. Let me say it again slowly. Can you talk about reusing posts? Are those the ones that fall off in 7 days? Don't they stay on your GMB website provided by Google? Great question. Yes, they do. So if you're not familiar with it, when you log into the Google My Business dashboard, if you click the website button, Google creates you like a little mini website, okay? It just gathers information from your website and from your Google listing, and it creates one. Those posts are there, right? So when I'm talking about reusing posts, I'm literally talking about, yes, just making the exact same post, but it's the same thing as like reusing ads or whatever. It doesn't really matter, right? Businesses run the same exact ad to you over and over. And actually, everyone that I know that does social media posting, like for a living or whatever, they don't try to have a unique post like, every single time, every day or whatever. They find the ones that had the most engagements and they end up, maybe changing them a little bit, right? So again, we're, yes. So the person that asked about the program to find the hashtags, yeah, there's a program, there's a software as a service that costs $800 that's called Funnel Scripts, okay? The reason I said that was because the person asking that question owns that software. I know because I know the person, and so that's why I told it to him that way. But anyway, you absolutely are gonna wanna reuse posts that are, that have good interactions. And that's one of the great things about this. Again, you can see how many people click it and like it and share it and all that stuff. So. All right. Does it include content or must you upload your own? Yes, you must upload your own. Now, if you use the service that I showed you, then it allows you to create libraries. Okay. So, and you can do, so like if you're doing it for multiple clients or whatever, what you have to do, the way this works, if you were going to offer this as a service, you would either have to buy an account, which is very reasonable. A pro account or business is like 30, 40 bucks a month. It's not a big deal. Or you could simply open a free one for each one of your clients, right? And then, so their library would include all of their media. So videos and images, right? You can even put text files in there, I'm assuming, with all the content, right? If not, then just put it like on a Google Doc or something, right? And a Google Drive, like, and share it, right? Let's see. How do roofers, painters, cafeterias, other service people use the Google stickers? Do they place the Google stickers on their vehicle? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. All right. What's the last slide? The last slide just said something like see you tomorrow or something. I'm probably not going to go back to it. I don't want to mess with trying to switch slides again. Let's see. Can you use the same content for different cities? Yeah, absolutely. That's what's great. So when I'm looking for content for this, a common practice that I'll do, and this for content in general, is find competitors in a different state, okay? I'm talking about if it's a business that's local, right? So let's say it's a roofer in Dallas. I will go look at roofers in Atlanta. I will look at roofers in New York, roofers in San Diego, roofers in big cities. Typically, I'll try to stick to it, and I'll go grab their stuff, right? I'll either scrape it with a tool or I'll just hire a VA to go find it, right? Again, the great thing about the post thing is I can see what gets attention, just like when I'm doing Facebook ads. You know, one of the first steps in my process is to go see all the ads that the competition has run and how they're doing, right? There's you know, you can tools that you can, you know, see every ad that they've ever done on any platform, and, you know, like the metrics for it, right? All right, what was that first Google URL to get the postcards? I'm not, oh, yeah, my bad. It's marketwith.google.com. I'm almost positive. Hold on one second. No, I'm sorry. It's marketing. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put it in the thing for you guys. Great question. I meant to share that earlier. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in the chat. This is where you get all the stuff for the first lesson. All right, several of you beat me to it. Thanks, guys. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are awesome. All right, let me get back. All right. When selling this as a service, what would you charge for the service? Well, really it depends on who you're doing it for. For me, you know, I don't do this a la carte. I don't offer this as a standalone service. I only offer this as an add-on to existing, or, you know, when I'm closing somebody for SEO work, right? Or whatever, you know, I typically would, you know, so let's say that, you know, I've already sold them on SEO. Then this is an add-on service, right? And it would be X amount per month for me to manage it for them, okay? If I'm using this as a get foot in the door method, I'm just gonna do what I think. I mean, if this is a prospect that's gonna pay me thousands of dollars a month on average for 7 years, that's how long I normally keep clients, then that's what? So 3,000 a month times 12, 36,000 times 7 years, that's like over 200 grand, right? I don't mind, you know, doing something like this for a month or so for free, right? I mean, so, all right, let's see. Are you willing to share your contractors for this? No, sorry. My contractors are dedicated. I don't have people that, like, they're not like, you know, they have multiple clients. They're mine, or, you know what I'm saying? They're single customer, you know, people. In the competitive niches like local HVAC, how would you use the website, which comes in GMB, to further leverage our posts? Well, it goes longer. Yeah, I'm not going to answer that out all the way because this is something that I am covering in my paid community. So I'm not going to share that, but there's absolutely ways to make this more powerful and to leverage it. But it wasn't necessary for the test that I'm showing. But absolutely. The answer is yes to your question. Would you post this content in the GMB plus all social media accounts? Yeah, I mean, sometimes, it depends on the content. Most everything, hit it and it goes out to everywhere, okay? That's how most of it is. But sometimes there's one, you know, that's, you know, appropriate for one or not for the other, or you may want to stagger it, possibly. If you're doing less posting, right, you may want to stagger it, you know, like, you know, have, I don't know, do like the problem with doing, so if you do it all of them every time, and the people, you know, all your customers or prospects are on all your channels, and obviously they're gonna see the same thing over and over and over, which is not a big deal as long as you're not hitting them with like email or whatever. But sometimes I just prefer to have it, you know, like tiered out a little bit, right? So maybe, you know, if I have one post, you know, one specific post, you know, maybe put it out on Monday on one, on Tuesday on the next, and Wednesday on the other, right? So good question. But generally, I just hit them all. I may have missed it, but where did you download those folders of content? You probably already know, but if you look in the chat box, it's on there. It's the marketing kit. There's a link in your chat. All right. Does it matter how long your posts are? Do you link the post to the website and the various? Yeah, you can do that. No, I think it's 200 characters or whatever. I like to vary it. Kind of like when I do reviews, you know, I like to do some that are, you know, really like small, right? Like some reviews, literally, I just do a star rating. I don't say anything. Some I do star rating and I say great place or something, and then sometimes I write a book. So I vary it. And then yes, you absolutely can get some love by posting links from it to other places. These are do follow links, by the way, in case anybody missed it. All right. After we post in GMB, your old get is we're sending traffic. Yep, we're going to cover that in the course. Sorry, I'm trying to answer everything, I promise. I'm not trying to, like make you feel bad for not getting my course, I promise. But there's just certain things I cannot post. But most of you that are asking these questions are already in my course, so you're going to get this. It's not in there now, but it's coming. Where was the place to buy the pack of like 50 off? Those are going to be like, you can find them on JVZoo. Go to jvzoo.com. They have them. You could probably go to ClickBank probably and get them there as well. I know JVZoo has them. There was one that was like trying to think. Just go to jvzoo.com, go to the marketplace, and then search for products that say something like social posts or automated posts or something like that, and you'll find it. If not, you DM me like tomorrow or something, and I'll figure out like one specifically. There's tons of them. You can also use PLR, right? Private label rights. You can always use those too. Those are great for that stuff as well. How do you see the metrics for other businesses' posts? Well, you see the public metrics for their posts. Like, I thought I can't know if the screen was, it'll say like how many people liked it. It's like Facebook, right? So it doesn't show you like all the analytics, but it shows you the stuff, so if you go to a competitor's posts, right? And you should be signed up to their feeds, right? To get their posts, you have to follow them to make that work. Then you get their posts, right? You want to see what your competitors are doing. But then you can see how many people liked it, shared it, all that stuff. Let's see. Can you give a quick pitch for moving to Texas for people getting totally sick of California's socialist politics reaching control? That's funny. No, to be honest with you, I love everyone, but I don't want a bunch of people moving to Texas. I don't want, I'm sorry. I think I live in the best city, in the best state, in the best country in the world in history. And frankly, I don't want a bunch of people coming here that think differently than I do and are going to vote and try to change laws and make my city like their horrible cities are. And nothing against California at all. I'm just saying, that's happening a lot. People that live in horrible cities that normal people wouldn't want to live in are moving into like my city. It's like, oh, great, it's fine if they want to behave how we behave here, but just weird. It's like when all the protests and things were going on. I mean, I guess they're still going on and stuff. Like everyone that I know owns guns, like multiple guns. Like it's very different here. I'm not saying, good or bad. I'm just saying like protests would be very different here. Like there was a protest actually for George Floyd, like a block away from me. I put it on Facebook, some of it, and there were thousands of people, thousands and thousands, and not a single thing, man, not a piece of trash left. I mean, it was 100%, nonviolent, 100% like whatever. Okay. Do you use GMB in specific ways for specific niche industries? For example, if you market a Frisco used car dealer, are there auto dealer specific actions you take within the GMB? No, not really. No. The only exceptions to that are, okay. So I'm going to be much more strategic with photos specifically for certain industries like restaurants. Restaurants, if they do photos correctly in GMB, they can own their area, like totally own it. It's true for other business as well, but any business that the visual media or that medium is so important for, I'm going to be much more thoughtful about the photos section and how I present it and how I do it, and I'm going to have a lot more user generated content. For example, right? It's a restaurant, certain industries, right? I'm going to have a lot more user-generated content, and I'm not going to talk about that. How long is the traffic engines course? That's a great question. It was originally intended primarily for people who are marketers to deliver the service and get customers. So there is a section on selling in there as well. The entire course is, gosh, probably 40, I don't know, I should probably know the answer to this. Probably be about 40 to 70 videos, but they're short. I like to keep my videos less than 10 minutes whenever possible. But I would say that if you started and just sat down, you could finish all of the core training in a weekend, honestly. The key to it though, the good thing, the bad thing about SEO is also one of the good things about SEO. Like math doesn't change, right? Like if you learn math, you know math for the rest of your life. You don't have to constantly learn about math, right? SEO is not like that. So if you buy an SEO course, if it's really good, you still need to have, you know, like we have the Facebook group and we have the webinars, right? To, you know, it needs to be updated and you need to have the ability to answer questions, right? If you have just an SEO course, that's why I laugh when people like, you know, illegally download courses and stuff. Like if you illegally downloaded my course, it wouldn't do crap for you. Nothing at all. I mean, it's just stupid. If you don't have the Facebook group and the live training, you're going to do it wrong. I promise you. You're going to waste your time and money. So let's see. All right. Hold on. Where do you find the post URLs? When you click on it, it's in the, you know, you know, the bar at the top of your browser. Sorry, I think I probably should have had a cup of coffee. All right. Lots of stuff about, about California and Texas. Is your bulletproof local course still relevant? You know, honestly, a lot of it is, but I would not ever, you know, point anybody to it anymore. There's just too much has changed. And what's really important, you know, like now things like mobile and entities, the semantic web, you know, that kind of stuff, or sites. There's so many things. The things that are the most important when I made that course in 2014 are different now. I will tell you though, if you bought my Bulletproof SEO course and you want traffic engines, I have a special for you guys. It's only $97. So if you bought Bulletproof and you want traffic engines, which sold for $2,000, by the way, if you want it for $97, then just DM me and I'll give that to you. Let's see. All right. I appreciate everybody's thank yous. That was awesome. I hope that a bunch of you are going to be back tomorrow night. Again, I promise to have another lesson and not be pitchy. So I really appreciate you guys and gals. Again, if anybody's interested, if you'd like to learn really not like tricks, but A to Z, how to get your business, you know, on Google and in Google Maps, then my course, trafficengines.com, is available right now. There's a one-time pay option and a two-pay option. And what that does is it gets you 3 months of all of the live training and all that kind of good stuff. All right. So completely, that's plenty of time to do everything that you need to get your business going. If you're doing this for your business, or if you're going to be a consultant like me, it's plenty of time to learn how to deliver that to customers. And we do go over things like pricing and selling and all that stuff too. It's not just SEO. So, all right. Thank you all so much. Again, if I earned the hashtag on the post on my wall with the red head exploding, please put hashtag traffic engines rules. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. It is a wrap. I appreciate you all, and I hope to see a bunch of you tomorrow night. Same bat time, same bat station. Thanks.